Hello everybody. So this will be a new reading, and this time we'll try to find out what happened with Rex Tillerson and who tried to get him fired, because there seems to be like many more had the intention to get him fired, or had like would benefit from him, from Tillerson be out of his position. Okay, first let's see who are the culprits who may be guilty. So first is Putin, and next we have United Arab Emirates, and also the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So let's make it from Putin's perspective. What does he have to do with Rex Tillerson getting fired? Putin, Rex Tillerson. Because it's not Trump who's calling the shots. He's just a puppet. Support from EA. So I did a reading before, and now I'm doing it again to sort of get confirmation. You know, sometimes I do readings multiple times before I film or before I put something up, because I want to like be sure and have some sort of a confirmation. Yeah, it's exactly what I thought. It's connection with others and support from others. They're all in this together. From the previous reading, I got this like strong energy. They're all in this together. It's a group thing about his departure. Putin, fucker. This is Putin. This is Putin's card. Shit. No, guys, it's true. Like, they did it together. This is Putin. Hang on. Yep. Okay. So this is Putin's card, King of Cups. For me, this is Putin. This is Rex Tillerson leaving. Putin taking decision. Along with external connections from the world. And they're on this together, the support. They're working together on certain issues. Maybe not on everything, but on certain issues they certainly collaborate, and Putin is at the head of this. So Putin made the decision, but not just him by himself. I mean, I think he calls the shots. I think he's the one in power, but he's also collaborating with these two fuckers, both of them, Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates, about him leaving. Holy shit. Oh man. Okay, let's make it. What's the why? Let's make now from Saudi Arabia perspective. That Mohammed bin Salman. That Mohammed bin Salman, in 6 days he will have to visit Trump. So firing Rex Tillerson before he visits. Okay, let's see from Saudi Arabia perspective. Wow, the first reading was the one with Putin was like, I got like strong in it. Yeah, it's all of them, and they're on it together, and Putin calls the shots. He's at the top. Oh god. Okay, let's see from Saudi Arabia's perspective. Next Tillerson. What is it? Vazistu. What is it? Yeah, planting shit. They're worried. This card came up again. They're worried about Tillerson. They're in this together. Three. Putin, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates. I got this again. And it's for the money. It's for planting something. It's for something that has to do with money. And he felt stuck with something. So he probably didn't like that Tillerson was trying to de-escalate the the situation with the Qatar and Saudi Arabia and UAE. So he felt stuck, and that's what was behind this. They were worried about this. They didn't feel free to use Trump as they want, and they're all three on this: Putin, Saudi Arabia, and it's for for the risky movement to grow their business to yield results later. And now let's make from the United Arab Emirates. You kind of see. So they were worried about Tillerson. They didn't like him being there because as I said, that guy Tillerson was trying to de-escalate the situation, the thing that happened with Qatar. Saudi Arabia wanted to escalate the thing. They wanted a coup war, but Tillerson was not for that. Okay, let's see next. UAE. So what do they have to do in this? What's their game? Oh, yeah, the two of them. I got this again. Two, like, I don't see like needing to make a decision. I see this as them, Saudi Arabia and UAE. Again, this is them. When I did the first reading, disappeared. When I did it for Putin, it was someone else involved. It's them. That guy. What is his name? I forgot. This Mohammed something in UAE. Going after his head. They're after him. And there is a decision made about the officials, in US official high position, cut him off. Yeah, it was a decision made by all of them. UAE and Saudi Arabia. This is the Mohammed. What's his name? Let me check. I forget. It's this. Hang on. Is that annoying guy? Abdullah bin Zayed, not what's his face? Mohammed bin Salman is from Saudi Arabia. He's the prince, and that other guy. Anyway, the guy in the UAE, they call. So yeah, this confirms that, especially the first reading, the one with Putin and with the outside connection of the world, the support, like that was like clear. Like I didn't even need to do this. So yeah, guys, it was all three of them, with Putin calling the shots, like Putin being the master puppet, but they're on this together. Okay, so now let me give you some information about this. Okay, so what's behind this? Why do they do that? So this guy Iyad el-Baghdadi that I'm following, is really smart guy, and he does great analysis on what's happening in Middle East and generally in politics. Okay, so he said that he believes that that United Arab Emirates and the Saudi Arabia, I will see just Emirates, it's too long, United Arab, I see the Emirates and Saudi Arabia have been a strong impetus behind Tillerson firing. So a few days ago, we learned that Eric Prince, Trump supporter and founder of Blackwater, it's a subject of Mueller's investigation. Prince also just happens to be friendly with the Emirates' Mohammed bin Zayed, this guy, not Mohammed bin Zayed, who's been using Blackwater for years. Incidentally, Saudi Arabia's Mohammed bin Salman has been employing Blackwater too, through confirmed leaks. Last week suggests he asked them to leave when he found they were cooperating with the US investigators. In January 2017, Eric Prince attended a secret meeting in Seychelles to establish a back channel between Trump and Russia, and that meeting was organized by the Emirates. Leaks say additional UAE Emirates linked parties were there, including intelligence officials, So why was the Emirates helping establish a Trump-Russia back channel? I thought they wanted to win a favor with Trump after he won, but turns out it goes way further back. They were illegally funneled funds into Trump's campaign in 2016. So, the UAE government funneled millions into Trump's election campaign when he was still a candidate Trump. So, this is illegal in the United States. And why establish a back channel to Russia? Doesn't that clear Trump? So, not really. The Russian had to get him into the White House, but now wanted priority access to him to get him to do what they wanted, most probably the sanctions relief. The Magnitsky sanctions, and makes the Russian elite screaming. Okay. Also, Mohammed bin Zayed, or the guy in the Emirates, came to the US on December 16 while Obama was still president and visited Trump without telling Obama. This is suspicious as hell and against protocol. Flynn Bannon, George Nader, and Yusuf al-Waitaba, that guy, Yusuf guy, was the Emirates ambassador to the US. So they were also there, these guys. And right after Trump's inauguration, this guy Yusuf al-Waitaba, the ambassador, was in constant phone and email contact with Kushner. There was very intense lobbying going on, and now we're about to see why. In fact, when Trump's first attempted Muslim ban came in February 2017, the Emirates, who is a Muslim government, they made sure to support Trump, and they said that his Muslim ban was not anti-Muslim. Trump's first ever foreign trip was to Riyadh in Saudi Arabia in May 2017, and there was Sisi, there was also the Egypt dictator, and they flocked him like hyenas with that ominous globe photo. And they say, this is our guy, and we gotta use him as a blunt instrument against our enemies, who are Iran and Qatar. Okay, so Iyad says, let me say this way. These Arab tyrants thought they were getting another George W. Bush, a golden president for them. The war on terror extended their hold on power for 15-20 years. They were absolutely ecstatic about a repeat with Trump, especially that he's so corruptible. Thickening the plot, it seems that Jared Kushner approached Qatar for money to bail out a Trump business in April 2017, shortly before the Qatar crisis. They turned it down, and the Qatar crisis came a month later. Basically, it looks like the Emirates and Saudi Arabia were intensely lobbying Trump against Qatar. Trump pulled this move and tried to get money from Qatar, and then when Qatar turned him down, stage was set. And right after Trump left Riyadh in Saudi Arabia, came a hack of Qatar news agency planting fake news, which the Emirates and the Saudis used as pretext for the Qatar crisis. CIA said that it was the work of Russian hacker paid by the UAE, the Emirates. This Qatar crisis came a week later, early in June 2017. This is when we saw a lot of confusion in the US messaging, with Trump saying something and Tillerson saying something else. So this is when Trump made a Twitter. Okay, so there was speculation that the Emirates and the Saudi Arabia military invasion in Qatar was on the agenda at the point, which was preempted when Qatar invited Turkish troops. So they basically wanted to use Trump as a brute instrument for a coup war. Around the same time, you saw the complete bastardization of UAE-based news outlets, including Sky News, Al Arabia, etc., to act as a basically mouthpieces of the UAE government for the crisis. In October 2017, it was revealed that UAE lobbyists were trying to get Rex Tillerson fired because he wanted to de-escalate the Qatar crisis. They wanted more escalation. After the intense diplomacy, it was revealed last month that the leaders of Saudi Arabia and UAE and Qatar were to visit Trump. People were speculating that the US will use its influence to de-escalate the crisis. So let me put it this way. Tillerson was fired mere 6 days before Saudi's Mohammed bin Salman is to visit Trump. So look at the other instance of meddling into American politics, the Tar Kingdom of the Gulf. And look at the other Trump effect, enablement of destructive, destabilizing dictators who use his stupidity and corruptibility to get what they want and cause even more instability. So let's sum it up. UAE wanted Trump elected and illegally funded his campaign. UAE worked to establish Putin-Trump back channel. UAE used Trump as a blunt instrument to attack Qatar. UAE disliked Tillerson and wanted him fired. Tillerson got fired 6 days before Mohammed bin Salman is to visit Trump. So this is meddling and interference is not just lobbying, because parts of this were illegal, parts very shady, and parts are involving corruption. So this is not just lobbying. And there's this guy in UAE who's a professor of political science who said, he translates what this guy says in Arabic, and he says, history will remember that a small Gulf country managed to remove the state secretary of a superpower. So now they're practically gloating about it. Yeah, so this is the info that I got, and that made me want to do this reading and find out what the cards have to say about who's behind Rex Tillerson. So the cards kind of show clearly that top is at Putin is at the top. He made the decision, but also with the collaboration of these two, the support of these two, you know, the external UAE and Saudi Arabia. So yeah, guys, these assholes were all behind this thing. They're all behind firing Tillerson. Oh man, I hope this investigation like reveals this shit. Oh man. Okay, so yeah, that was the reading. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.